Hello there guys, welcome back to my channel. It is of course only me again, and this is just going to be a very quick video demonstrating how you can put the Forager 2.0 program onto your XP WS6 Master Puck. So this video is going to apply to you if you don't have the remote control and you've got the XP DS Master. But of course, you know, this will also apply to you if you want to put it onto the remote as well. But I do have a video of that already on my channel. So really simply, let's just get straight into it. You're going to grab your puck, you're going to turn it on, and you're just going to make sure that you are on program number 1, which is the general program. That is the base setting for the Forager 2.0 program. Now, whilst you're on number 1, you just need to push the cog icon here, which is the settings tab. And that's going to take you into some of the menus. So what you're going to want to do in the audio is hold down the cog tab one more time, and that's going to take you into the audio menu. Now the first page that should pop up is your volume. This is the volume that you hear through the actual headphones itself. But what we're going to do is hold down the cog one more time. That's going to take us into the equalizer. Now this is quite an important part of the program, so definitely make sure you copy these in exactly as you see them. But the first band here, the 150 Hertz, that is at +9 decibels. Push the cog one more time. Change the second one there to +3 decibels. You would do that, by the way, by pushing the plus and minus buttons. And the third one, you're just going to change that also to +3 decibels. And the last one here, the 4K range, is going to be at +6 decibels. So once you've programmed all of those in, all you need to do is just push this button, which is now going to be your back button. And whilst we're inside of this particular menu, push the cog icon again. Make sure that you're on PWM audio. You don't have to use that particular type of audio, but I really like it and I find it really helpful with the 5 tones. Push the cog again. Make sure the audio filter is on number 1. And then that should bring you all the way back here to the normal audio volume. Once you're on that page, you just need to push this button, which is going to take you back out of that menu. We're going to push it once again, and as you can see, we are now back into the program menu itself. So this is where we're going to change a few of the things to start building up the program. So what we need to do is push this button here, which is the menu button, and we're going to go into the discrimination. So the discrimination is set to 7.6. Again, you will adjust this by just pushing the plus and minus keys situated on the left and right hand side. Now once you've changed that to 7.6, what you need to do is just hold down this button here, which is the menu button, and that's going to take you into the tones. So first of all, you want to select 5 tones. So use the plus button here until you see 5 tones. And once you've got 5 tones selected, just literally hold down the menu button again, and you're going to start going into the tone breaks. So tone break number 1 is going to be set to 202 Hertz. Once you've got 202 Hertz, just push the menu button one more time. It's going to say that the discrimination or the tone break level for that is 7.6. That's absolutely fine. And then push it again, and you're going to need to change the volume so that it's on volume 8. Once you've done that, you're just going to push this button and it will take you to tone break number 2. Tone break number 2 is set to 237. Push the button again and you'll see that the actual tone break value is 46. Push the button again and the volume will be at volume 10. Once again, push the button for tone break number 3. That's going to be at 470 Hertz. Push the button again and you'll see that the actual tone break is 61. Push it again and the volume for tone break there is number 10. So tone break 4 is 710 Hertz. And the tone break value for that one is 74. And the volume for tone break 4 is number 10. And finally, going into the last tone break, it's 951 Hertz, a nice high, nice sweet pitch sound. And of course, there's no tone break for that because that covers the last segment. And we want the volume for that one to be at 10 as well. So push it again, it just takes you straight back to tone number 1. Once you've programmed all of those 5 tone breaks in, Then you're back at this page. You just need to push the cog icon once. That takes you out of that particular menu. Now, when you're in the 5-tone section, just push this button here once and it's going to take you to bottle caps. Make sure you stick that on 3. Push that button again. Notch is completely off. There's no Coke notching or anything on this program. I'll leave that to you guys if you think that's applicable to your type of ground. And push that button one more time and you'll see that the silencer is on 2. By pushing the button one more time, you'll just go back all the way around the menu to the 5 tones. And once you're on there, you just need to push this particular button, which is the cog again, one more time, and you'll see that we're back to discrimination. Now we can begin to go down through the menu and start adding some of the other settings. So push this button here once. Sensitivity is at 93, so just make sure that yours says 93 again by pushing the minus and the plus key here. Once you're there, just push the menu button again and you'll notice that the frequency max is on 24 kilohertz. What this essentially means is that the machine will always scan between 4 and 24 kilohertz when you're out metal detecting. It's a great program for finding coins and artifacts and things like that. But of course, what it is saying is that the maximum it will go to is 24 kilohertz. So it won't detect anything over that. But personally, I don't think you're going to need it in most detecting instances. Push the menu button one more time. And you're going to go to iron volume. This will be set to 8. Menu button again. And the reactivity is set to 2.5. Push the menu button again and you'll notice that audio response is set to 5. Push the button again and what's going to happen is it's going to show you your current ground balance value. That's irrelevant at the moment. We don't need to do anything with that. I will let you guys adjust that out in the field, but 87 is always going to be the absolute standard ground balance menu. Okay guys, so once you have saved all of those settings in, there is only one more thing that you need to do, and that is just to save this program in as a custom general program. So unlike the remote control, you can obviously give the program a name. On the WS6 Master Puck, you can't, but it will save it in a slot just next to the general program. And how you do that is just by pushing the cog button once, and then literally keep pushing it again until you see program, and now long press the button. And it will ask you to save the program in, so you can just push the long press the button again and it will save. Do you want to replace this one? Well, I've already saved it in, but in this instance you would literally just push this button here, and as you can see now, you have saved the Forager 2.0 program into your WS6 Master Puck. The reason you know that, by the way, is because you can see the little user icon here just next to the 1, and if you navigate through the programs now, you can see general program is just right there as it was, so you haven't changed anything in terms of the factory presets. But if you push the up button right next to the general program, you now have your custom Forager program. And again, if you push it, you can just keep going through all of the factory settings. So a lot of people think that when you change the general program, you're actually changing the factory programs. Well, you're not. You can never ever change the factory programs. They cannot be overwritten. They will always be in there. But of course, it will allow you to save your custom presets in there as well. And the only way that you know that it's a custom preset is just by that little user icon next to the number. So there we are. That is how you would save the Forager 2.0 program into the remote. Do remember, guys, that 2.0 is exactly the same as the firmware version 1.1. So if you're running 1.1 on the WS6 Master Puck, this program is also going to work just as effectively. But also do remember, guys, a program is just here to help you find things, okay? This isn't going to put things in front of your coil for you to find. If you're in a field or a beach or wherever you prefer detecting and all you're finding is modern trash or pieces of lead or whatever it is, then you know this program isn't going to change that. That's just where you're detecting. But what this program will do is give you a much better understanding of the things that you're digging, and it will also help you out a little bit in terms of what's good and what's bad. So there we are. That is the Forager 2.0 program for the WS6 Master Puck. If you program this in and go out and give it a go, please drop me a message and let me know how you get on with it, because I'd absolutely love to know your feedback. There we are, that's it. I will catch you all out in the field again very soon.